you notice that the answer says infinite answers. This one. Yeah. Did anybody figure out why it's infinite answers? Did anybody figure it out? No? Nobody got it? No? Okay, well then I'll do it so make sure you understand. Can someone read out the equations to me, please? What were they?
5x.
Yep.
2y.
Yep.
Equals
Okay.
negative 5x3
Yep.
plus xx1.
Yep.
8.
Yep.
Plus 4y squared equals 0.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll factorize this first. So that's 5x plus 2y. That is minus x minus 2y equals 0.
No?
No? No. Yes. So we have 5x plus 2y equals 0 and 5x plus 2y times minus x plus 2y equals 0. Before I continue, just on the side here, somebody tell me why this is impossible to solve. Why does this have no answer?
No answer?
Yeah, no answer.
Because two unknowns.
Yeah, and two unknowns, and don't I have two equations? No, I don't have two equations. I only have one equation. Why? Yeah? Yeah. These are actually the same.
Yeah.
That the only difference here is multiplied by 2.
Yeah.
So if you try to solve this, can't get anything. So if you have two unknowns, you must have two equations. And the same thing has happened here. I don't actually have two equations. I really have one. Because if this is true, then it automatically makes this true. And the x and y here are not important. So we really only have one equation. Or if you prefer, this. So this means all the answers on this line will make both equations true. For example, e.g., 1 for x minus 5 over 2 for y, or 2 for x minus 5 for y, or 3 for x minus 15 over 2 for y, etc. If you take these and put them into this, you will get 0. You will get 0. And if you took them and put them into the other equation, I'll move here, you will get 0 as well. So you actually have infinite answers. Anything that makes this true makes both true. And you have infinite choices. So you have infinite answers. Confusing, I know. You're not happy.
Yeah.
You are happy?
No, I'm not happy.
Okay. Yeah.
So what?
Yes, good. So what? Big deal. Don't worry, this is not an exam question.
Yeah, but there is
This particular type, not for deleting. Fahad, did you literally just write that down and tear up the page after writing it down? Just because I said it's not on the exam.
Yeah.
Hang on now, you're making a big mistake here. Because I said it's not on the exam, that does not equal it is not important, or it's not worth studying, or it's not beneficial for you to study.
Well, for my life, no.
Yeah, but you're in Ireland. You're in Ireland now in my class doing this maths exam. So I know what's good for you. So I only do things which are good for you in class. Okay?
I don't like to hear.
Thank you. Okay, so in a moment we have another question, and the next one, did you get that question in binomial after my hint?
I didn't calculate.
Ah, okay.
But I know the process.
Are you sure you do? I'll do it now in a minute. So the next one, binomial, right? Which question? Probably 5? 5A? Did anybody get it? No, lots of shaking no. 5A?
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Oh, come on.
So hard.
I can do 3, 4, 5 if you want. No problem. No problem. So we'll start with 3 then. Let me just scroll down a little bit so I can write it. Okay, give me 3 then. What did I ask for?
The bracket 2 minus 3x cubed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. X
Is it where? Yeah, which page is it?
This is the binomial. What page is that?
32.
32. Bracket x plus...
1. 5.
Okay.
In descending form.
Descendant power first 3. Okay. Can I scroll down to this one now? Yeah. Okay. So here we want to expand. So let me make it like this. So first we have 3c0 2 minus 2x plus 3c1 2 minus 2x. I'm sorry, what question is this? I'll write it down for you. Number 3, isn't it? 3 plus 3c2 2 minus 2x dot 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 multiplied by now I need to zoom out again. 5c0 x1. Now I won't bother putting the 1 down. What's the point? 5c1 x plus 5c2 x dot dot dot. Okay, let's put in the powers. So what power do I start here? If it's ascending. 0, good. 1, 2, and here 3, 2, 1, and here 0, 1, 2. Okay, so let's calculate that. 3c0 is 1. 2 cubed is 8. 1 times 8 is 8. 8. 3c1 is 3. Times 4 is 12. Times minus 2 is minus 24. X. What's 3c2? That's a 6, is it? Is 3c2 6?
No.
No, it's 3, sorry, 3.
Minus
The same way, correctly wrong.
Huh? This is wrong?
Correctly equal correctly wrong.
Yeah, so this is 3, 6, 6 by 4, 24? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's descending.
Huh? Oh, it's descending. You told me ascending.
I told you X descending.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's okay. I believe you. Okay. Okay. Descending. This starts at 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 5, 4, and 3. Okay, let's try it again. So that is minus 8x cubed. 3 by 2 is 24. 3 by 4 is 12 minus 24. The next one. x5 plus 5x4. What's 5c2? 20, is it? 20x cubed. Now, the next part. We want the first 3 descending terms. What is the biggest power of x I can get here when I multiply? X power, what's the biggest power I'll have in my answer? Yeah, what? What's the biggest x power? No. No. 8. How do I actually get an 8 in the power? Yeah. x5 by x cubed makes x8. And this is the biggest power I can get. So the first 3 terms will be x8, x7, x6. So I know my answer will look like this. It will have an x8, an x7, an x6. And I don't care about the rest because I just want the first 3 terms. So this is quite helpful because it means I only need to multiply the ones that make 8, 7 and 6. So for example, should I multiply this with this? Yes. Because that makes x8. This one makes 7 and this one 6. So let's do that. Minus 8x8 minus 40x7 plus minus 160 x cubed. Next, should I multiply this by x5? Yes, because it makes a 7 and I want a 7. Should I multiply it by x4?
Yeah.
It makes a 6. Why did I write a 3 here? That should be a 6. And should I multiply it by x cubed?
Yeah.
No. Because what's x squared by x cubed? x5, which is too small. So not necessary. Okay, so let's multiply that now. That will be 24x6 when that multiplies by that. And then when it multiplies the next one, that's 120 x6. Well, that should be a 7, sorry. Okay. And the last one, 24x, should I multiply by x5? Yes, because it makes x6. Should I multiply by the next one? No point, because it will make x5. So, I have minus 8x8 minus 16x7 minus 40x6, and that's the answer. Oh, nobody told me this. Now the projector is not pointing right. Yes, I made a mistake.
You don't like.
Oh dear. Why did nobody else tell me? Which one is wrong? 5C2. That should be 10. Thank you. Right, let's fix it then. That should be 10, which means this one, right, this one needs to be fixed. That's 80. Is that the only one that changes? Oh, good. So that just changes this then. Minus 40? No, plus 40. 120 minus 80. 40, right? No? What's the answer here? Oh, sign mistake?
Minus 24 x 6.
Here? Oh, here?
No. We have to write more one thing.
I missed something.
Yes. Minus 24 x 6. Minus 24 x.
Oh, the last one.
Yes. Minus 24 x 6.
Yeah, why didn't I write it down? 24 by that, yeah, minus 24x6.
Yes.
Okay, 120 minus 8 is 40. 40 minus 24 is 16. There we go. Now does that match the answer at the back? Thank you. That was question 3. Alright, so 4 next? Oh no, we're doing another question from this. I'm just giving people to do that down. You want a question from the remainder theorem? Yeah. So once we get these two done, we can look at that one then. Yeah. No problem. Your question is in the queue, waiting to get to it. Okay. Next. Can I scroll down now?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So give me number 4, please. No, this is your question. You asked for it.
Okay.
No. This is the price. Yeah. Go for it.
Bracket
Yep.
EX
Yep.
Q
Yep.
Q
Cubed. Yep. Huh?
Also bracket.
Yep.
2 bracket.
Oh, 2 brackets.
Yeah. X
What's wrong?
plus
Why?
Come on, focus now. Yeah, go on.
2. X plus 2.
X plus 2.
Yeah, so power 5.
Power 5. Equals.
X power 8
Yep.
plus 13x power 7
Yep.
plus 73x power 6.
Power 6. Find P and Q.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll have to expand here on the left and the right. So let's do that. So this one here will be 3c0 px cubed q0 plus 3c1 px squared q1 plus 3c2 px1 q squared dot multiplied by, actually I could fit it in, I think, 5c0x5 plus 5c1x4 plus 5c2x cubed
No.
No.
Why you don't put dot 2?
What 2? Oh, the 2. Because I'm hungry, that's why. Can you still see if I zoom out? Yeah? Okay. So that should be 5c0 x5 2 0 plus 5c1 x4 2 1 plus 5c2 x 3 2 squared dot dot dot. P cubed x cubed plus 3p squared q x squared plus 3pq squared x dot 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 x5 plus 10x4 and 5c2 is what? 10 times 4, 40 x cubed, etc. Now again, we don't have to multiply all of them because we're just needing to make x8, x7 and x6. So the first one will be p cubed x8 plus 10p cubed x7 plus 40p cubed x6 plus 3p squared qx6 plus 30p squared qx6. Whew. Did I get that right now? Sorry, that should be an 8, shouldn't it? 8 and 7, isn't it? No, hang on. 7 and 6, sorry, 7 and 6. 7 and 6, yeah, okay. Because I did this one by 7, that one by 6, the next one will be a 5. Okay, so that one by 7. Something feels wrong.
Teacher, I have one idea. How about daughter like this?
Oh no, I trust you. I'm just trying to see my feeling. I feel bad. I feel like something went wrong. So before I continue, I just want to check that it's okay. So what I did was, this one... I know. Somebody tell me what's different and what went wrong here. Because actually this is different to the last example. There's a small difference, but it's important enough that you have to do something a bit differently here. This was the mistake I was making. Okay, I was doing this, multiplying this. This is actually not what you should do here, because the bigger power is in this one. I should have been going this way. I should have been doing 5 multiplied those 3 and then move on to 4 and then move on to 3. If you prefer, it's easier to write the bigger one first. x5 plus 10x4 plus 40x cubed, p cubed x cubed plus 3p squared qx squared plus 3pq squared x. Now we can multiply much easier here. So multiplying by x5, that makes p cubed x8 plus 3p squared qx7 plus 3pq squared x6. Now I go on to this one. Plus 10p cubed x7 plus 30p squared qx6, and then lastly plus 120p q squared x. Oh, hang on, I can't fit it in. Plus 40p cubed x6. There we go. So I took this one, multiplied it by all three. Then I took the blue one and just multiplied it by the first two is enough. And then the last one here was just multiplied by the first one. Okay, let's clean this up. P cubed x8 plus 3p squared q plus, have I got another 7? Yeah, 10p cubed x7. And then x6, I have 3 of them, is it? Yeah. Okay, and what should that equal? What was the answer I got?
1, 1.
Yeah, but what was the equation it needs to equal? In the question? Yeah.
x8
Yeah.
plus 13x.
13?
Yes. 13 is 3. 7.
Yeah.
Plus 73.
Yeah. x6. Okay. So, if you look at these, what do you get for p?
1.
1. Yeah, 1. So, if p is 1, then if you put that in here, you get 3q plus 10q.
10 equals.
10.
Oh, sorry, 10 equal 13. So then this means q equals 1. Right, all that work for p equals q equals 1. Now, if you thought that was hard, wait until we do 5a. I think, yeah, 5a is harder. Did you write this down?
10 is
3q plus 10 equals 13. Okay.
I'll just do it.
This is a hard question for sure. Now we do 5a. Okay. Okay. Can you read 5a? Well, I know what it's going to be. It's going to be px plus q power n, yeah, equals minus 64. Find PQN. Yeah.
You mentioned the P is smaller than 0 and Q is smaller than 0.
So P and Q are both negative. Yeah. Okay. Can we all look at this now, Sarah? Yeah. Okay. So what we have to do first is expand on the left here. So we have NC0, yeah, PX0 Q1 plus NC1 PX1 Q N minus 1, very good, plus NC2 PX squared Q N minus 2. Okay, and dot dot dot, yeah. Okay, the first one. Well, what's NC0? The first number in row anything is always 1. And power 0, always 1. Oh, sorry, I wrote a 1 here. I meant to write an n there. So firstly we have q power n. Now what's NC1? What's the next number in the row? It's always n, because if you can check it. Like, for example, 6C2 is a 6. 6C1 is a 6. 100C1 is 100. It's always n here. It gets a bit harder for the next one though. P, Q, n minus 1x. Now, NC2, let's work that out on the side. So on the side, NC2, n factorial, 2 factorial, n minus 2 factorial, n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3, etc. to 1. And then multiply n minus 2, n minus 3, etc. Cancel, 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 etc. So you're left with n squared minus n over 2. Yep. Okay, so now going back to the question. Yep. So this is n squared minus n over 2 p squared q n minus 2 x squared, dot dot dot. Now time to make equations. So firstly, yeah? Is it okay so far? Or did I make a mistake? No? It's okay? Oh, good for you. Okay, so next, Qn equals minus 64. Npqn minus 1 equals 96. And then n squared minus n over 2 p squared qn minus 2 equals minus 48. So you have 1, 2 and 3 equations. Let's clean these up a little bit. So the first equation I can write it just as the same. The second one I can write it like this. N P Q N over Q equals minus 96. And the last equation I can write it like this. N squared minus n over 2 p squared over q squared qn equals minus 48. Okay, so let's put this equation in here and in here. So we get np over q minus 64, because that's qn, equals minus 96. And then here we get n squared minus n over 2 p squared over q squared minus 64 equals minus 48. Let me just clean that up a little bit. I get p over q, 96 over 64 is 3 over 2, isn't it? And I can bring the n down. And here I get p squared over q squared equals minus 48 over minus 64. That's 3/4, isn't it? 3 over 4. And I'll bring this to the other side as well. No, sorry, 48 over 64. What's that? 12 goes into 48 4 times.
Just 4 and 9 over 4.
Hang on. 48 over 64. What's that, please? It is 3 over 4, isn't it? Doing this the long way. Yeah, okay, 3 over 4. Okay, next. Here I get p squared over q squared equals 9 over 4n squared. And here I have p squared over q squared equals, now that can simplify a bit more, so that goes in there twice. So 3 over 2n squared minus 2n. And here's the key step now. Because this equals this and this one is the same, we can now say 9 over 4n squared is 3 over 2n squared minus 2n. Key step. So now I get 18n squared minus 18n equals 12n squared. 6n squared minus 18n equals 0. N squared minus 3n equals 0. N minus 3 equals 0. N equals 3. If I take that and put it back into the first one here, then Q has to be minus 4, yeah. And if I take these two and put them back into this one, I get P is 3 over 2 Q over N. Minus 2 then, okay. So the original question was Px plus Q power N. That's what it was originally. Okay, write that one down.
In the exam, do I need to all of this to write? I don't prefer.
What do you mean?
I just thinking and so.
But the problem is I can't correct what you think. I can only correct what I see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not enough for the exam, I think.
So do I need to overthink in the exam?
Most things.
Okay.
More than this.
More than this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I knocked it off. There you go. Did I knock it out? Is it still in here?
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Everybody, because no one got it.
Where you
Is it now? Good question?
Where did you put your first N?
Ah, yeah, to get the P and the Q. Yeah, this one here was quite useful to give me the Q, and then this one here can give me the P. Right? Let me just take the attendance here. Okay, do you all have this written down? Yeah. Fahad, now, what was your question in the remainder theorem? What's that one about? Is it finding P and Q?
P.
Okay, you'll have to ask me next week at the start of the class because it's too long of a question to do now. You know, it's find P and Q or find P?
No, just P.
Oh, well then I can do it then, yeah. Okay, read out the question, so.
X is the factor of 7 x cube
Q.
plus 3 x square
Yeah.
plus 2x plus p.
Good. Okay, so this one here is a little bit tricky actually. I tell you x is a factor of this. So when I divide it, what should the remainder be if it's a factor? What should the remainder be if it's a factor? Everybody, come on. What is it? 0. Yeah, it should be 0. But the question here is, what do I use for x? You know the way you substitute in a value for x. So think about this. If I said x plus 1 is a factor, what do I use for x? Minus 1. And x plus 2? Minus 2. So what about if I just said x?
0.
Yeah, because x is like x plus 0. So I should use 0. Yeah. So what I do, I put 0 in here. And I get 7 times 0 plus 3 times 0 plus 2 times 0 plus p. What should that equal? 0. So what should p equal? 0. But of course, if you think about it, that makes sense, because the only way x could be a factor is if it's like this.
Yeah.
Because this is the only way I can take x out. So it has to be 0 then.
That's the answer.
That's the answer, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, did you write this down? Yeah. That's business. Wait. Write this down and then I have to take the attendance. Okay, let's see. Alvin? No Alvin. Amelia? Yep. Tony?
Yeah.
Clement? Clement?
Yeah.
Thank you. Jonathan? Dana?
Yes.
Dylan? Drew? Honoka? Yash? Eric?
Yes.
Andy? Dennis? Sarah?
Here.
And Fahad. Okay, see you after lunch.
There.